If you feel you're struggling with staying consistent in your recovery, this episode is for you. Today, I'll be discussing finding your why in your porn addiction recovery. Let's begin. There's plenty of people that are attempting to recover from their addiction to pornography without even knowing why they are. Or there's another group out there that think they found their why, but their why is actually for the wrong reasons. I'll quickly begin with what is a why in porn addiction recovery. Your why is the deeper reason behind your decision to recover from porn addiction. It's the real motivation beneath the surface level goals like streaks, guilt, or pressure from others. If you're wondering why you need a deeper reason in the first place, that is an honest question. I'll give you a few reasons for this. Starting with how surface motivations fade when stress or urges hit. So your why is going to set as a reminder to the real reason you're creating change and not just blindly following any urge like you've done in the past. I don't even have to tell you guys this, but porn addiction recovery is not easy. It is a great challenge, and you guys know this firsthand already. When you're going through this challenge, your why is going to serve you as a foundation. When times get tough, you'll lean on your why and you'll have that to keep bringing you forward. Next, I want to mention a clear why activates the prefrontal cortex and ties behavior to meaning. Like I mentioned before in the past, the prefrontal cortex is responsible in your brain for long-term planning. Within addiction, your prefrontal cortex shuts off a lot of times, especially during times when urges hit. Involving your prefrontal cortex in your addiction recovery is a key step, and it shows great signs of recovery already. And finally, your why can serve as a driver to get you through these highs and lows. I want to share an example with you guys. A few years ago, I decided I was going to run my first marathon. The reason was I was a heavy smoker at the time and I didn't like it and I wanted to quit. And in my mind, quitting would be setting a health goal that directly goes against smoking cigarettes. It actually did work for me. I did quit smoking cigarettes this way. I know it's probably not the textbook way to quit smoking, but it worked for me. And it was very difficult. From someone that was smoking half a pack a day to start doing long distance running, this was quite a challenge. And the amount of times I would go out there after work, I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is run. I was a porn addict at the time. I want to go home and I want to watch porn. Like, I don't want to run, but I would do it anyway. And the reason is because I have a why. I have a date. My marathon was in May. I'm not in shape. I'm not prepared to run this marathon, but I have a training schedule to complete. And I'm telling you, this served me many times when it got difficult while I was out on the run. The amount of times my brain would go, turn back. Let's quit now. You've already done 5 kilometers. That's enough. Your brain's making all these excuses because it's challenging and it's very difficult. But I had that why. Tying this back to porn addiction recovery, like I mentioned before, this is not easy. And I don't have to tell you guys that. But if you're going through a time, let's say a week long, and you're getting these strong urges that keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, this why is really going to come in and serve as that foundation. It's going to be your support because you're going to think, let me just get this over with. Why don't I just watch porn this one time so these urges will pass? You're going to think of tons of excuses. But if you have this why, which is the real reason you're looking to recover from porn addiction, it will serve as a foundation to get you through these times. I want to provide some examples of what a why is and what a why is not. I'll start with what a why is not, and I'll give you guys 3 examples. Starting with, I just want to hit 90 days. So this is a streak-based why. I've had this why before, this exact why. My why was I want to hit 90 days because in my head, 90 days or 3 months, that's the magic number. That's the number to recover from porn addiction. Then it's all gravy from there. I ended up changing it partway through. Originally, it was 90 days, and then I lowered it to 50 days when I was on day 40 or something, because I was very streak focused previously in my recovery, and I wanted to feel this sense of achievement. I'm telling you guys, on day 50, I achieved it. I made it. I hit my 50 days. I was planning to go to Dairy Queen and get myself an ice cream cake. Treat myself. I want to celebrate. I didn't make it to Dairy Queen. I ended up relapsing that same day. And I'm telling you, it's because I achieved my why. of making 50 days. I didn't have any other reason at the time for recovering from porn addiction. And then the urges hit that day, and I had no foundation left. I didn't have the skills in the skill bank to get through the urges, so I relapsed. This next why is another one I've also had before. My example is my girlfriend asked me to quit porn. So this why is where you're doing it for someone else. And it's okay. I mean, it's great to think of other people in your recovery, especially you have a family or a partner and it's impacting them. But if this is your main reason, like guys, if your main reason is to do it for your wife or do it for your girlfriend because they want you to quit, this is not enough. This is not a sufficient why. You need to want to recover from porn addiction yourself. You don't want to be doing it because someone else wants you to. The third example I gave here is I need to quit porn because I'm disgusting. This is another one I've had. It's a shame-based why. You know my opinion on shame. You know what I've shared on shame with the previous episodes and how harmful this is to your recovery. There is no growth in shame. I know some of you guys, like I've felt before, you think if you feel that you're a disgusting person, you'll have a reason to change. That's not what happens. Shame just causes more hurt. It causes shame-based binges and relapses, and it does not serve your recovery whatsoever. Now I'm going to share some examples of a why that will be beneficial for you. And the first one is I want to be emotionally available for my future partner or for my current partner. Next, I want to feel self-respect when I'm alone. And finally, I want to live with integrity instead of secrecy. So you can see the difference in these. This is something that you want to become, someone who you want to become. It's something that you could work towards and strive for versus my examples of what a why is not, where you're doing it because of shame, you're doing it for a streak, you're doing it because of someone else. You want your why to be centered around you and who you want to become. Your porn addiction is holding you back, so you want to figure out who you want to become. All right, let's do an exercise, guys, on how to find your why. So pull out your journal, pull out your notepad, and I'm going to ask you guys some questions to make you reflect. Get curious on these questions and take some time for each question to answer it. And let's begin. So ask yourself, what is porn costing me emotionally, mentally, socially, or spiritually? What kind of man do I want to become? If I were free from porn, how would I show up differently in my life? And please reflect past these questions too. If you feel you should ask yourself some other questions, ask them. I want you to deeply reflect on your why. These are just a starting 3 set of questions, but take some time aside and reflect past these on your reason for recovering from your porn addiction. Once you feel that you've got enough information, you reflected enough, I want you to write out your why statement. Write out all the reasons why you want to recover from your porn addiction. I want to mention as well, science does show if you were to read out your why statement every day, such as every single morning, or if you record it on a voice memo and listen to it every morning, it does really help your recovery. I personally didn't do that in my recovery. I would reflect back on it in my journal and review my why and potentially update my why every now and then. But I challenge you guys, I want you to try it. Write out your why statement today. And for the next week, I challenge you guys to read it every single morning before you start your day, before work, whatever it may be. Read out why you're looking to recover from your porn addiction. Having a why is not the one secret to recovery. It's just one piece of the puzzle. It will serve as a strong foundation and will support you through tough moments in your recovery. So, guys, I hope this episode helped you and you're able to find your why, or maybe even replace your why with something that's more appropriate. That's it for today's episode. Tune in for the next one, which should come out this weekend. Take care and bye for now.